Happy New Year's. So, I actually planned to post this on New Year's Day, but life happens. I used to count my blessings all the time on my blog, and then I started doing it on this channel, and then I stopped doing it for a while. And I feel like I stay more connected to what I'm doing as far as content creation when I'm publicly counting my blessings. I'm always counting my blessings. It's literally how I get through life. So 2024 was rough for pretty much everyone. Um, some of the people who had a rough year, things got really better for them towards the end. And for the rest of us, well, here we are in 2025. And so today I'm going to be counting my blessings because they're infinite new beginnings. Every year marks a time for people to kind of have a second chance or do a do over or a redo. And so while the new year is a perfect time to maybe, reset some goals or resolutions or whatever, I'm more or less in this with this idea of looking at every day as a new start. Um, some days are better than others, obviously. And whatever happened yesterday, I'm going to try to make today either just as good or better if it wasn't so good. And so that's why I'm counting my blessings because life isn't great right now, but it could be so much worse. There are millions of people in the world who are worse off than I am right now. There's also a whole bunch of people who are way better off than I am too. And my joy, my happiness, my contentment shouldn't be based upon whether or not someone is better off than I am, if that makes sense. I shouldn't feel bad if someone is doing better than I am. It's okay to feel bad if maybe someone is doing worse than you are because you empathize, you sympathize, you want people to be better off than they are. And then there are those times when there's someone out there who you don't understand while they're doing why they're doing as well as they are, and yet they are, and you are where you are. And so I've just decided to just stop. You know, I don't feel like I was doing the comparison, but I think that's an element of being human is that you inevitably at some point do some kind of comparison, whether you realize it or not. But I'm definitely gonna just stop doing that. I'm not gonna be comparing situations, and I'm going to be looking for resets and redos and second chances all the time because I'm human. This is an imperfect world. And so while I'm not going to be like setting specific like resolutions and goals and things like that this year, my overall plan is to just be better than I was last year. Not that I was bad, but just my circumstances, if at all possible. And sometimes when we think about what's better, we automatically might go to like, finances or health or appearance or relationships and things like that. And none of those things are bad or wrong. We always should be seeking to, be better in those areas if we can. We don't want to, of course, go into excess and become obsessive about things. If you are already, financially stable, um, there's nothing wrong with you maybe wanting to have a little extra to, have some luxuries. I think we are sometimes so fearful that we're always going to take things too far. Like, oh, do I love money because I want to be able to pay my bills? Absolutely not. But if all of your bills are paid and you don't have any debt and you're willing to step on people to get more money, then that would then be the problem. And so I think that's been one of my struggles is feeling that sometimes it's, bad or wrong for me to want better things when really it's not. There's nothing wrong with wanting better things. You just have to know like where your motivation is, where it's coming from, what do you plan to do with those things, how are you going to get those things. And so That's why I think it's important to have a reset, a redo, a start over, a second chance. Um, I feel for me, a lot of it is going to be based on my mental health. I'm still working on my physical health. It's actually, I think I'm in a good place, better than I've been in a long time. Still, have issues. I'm not getting any younger, but having a handle on things for the first time in like 3 years, it just that's one thing that I can definitely say has been a blessing. And so even in that regard, if I happen to slip up or make a mistake or do something that kind of sets me back a little bit, I have another day. I know that every day is not promised to me, but every day that I do wake up, I'm going to count it a blessing. It's a new day, a fresh start, a redo, a second chance. And so that's what I'm counting my blessings for. The last 2 years, and especially last year, I've dealt with a lot of loss, loved ones, people who were just dynamic people who were no longer here. Um, I had to say goodbye to my Margie dog, and that's been tough. Um, but despite all of the loss, um, I've been so blessed to have an amazing family. Even within my family, things are kind of, rocky in different places, but those who have always been true and trustworthy and loving are still true and trustworthy and loving. I'm blessed because of that. And ever, if we do, have an argument or a disagreement or something like that, there's a new day, there's a second chance. We don't have to let that keep going. And so that is what I am counting my blessings for. January 2025, it is a new year, a new day, a fresh start, a second chance. And yeah, I don't have any expectations of what the year will bring. I'm gonna put it in God's hands. And if that's not your jam, that's fine. You put it in whoever hands you want to. But I hope that you all will embrace this idea. And if you need a fresh start, a second chance, or a do-over, that you'll take it. And it doesn't have to be a big thing. It could be a little thing. It can be whatever it is you need it to be. For me, it's gonna be day to day. I'm gonna have a list of things that I, of course, want to do better at. I want to be a better wife, a better sister, a better friend, a better employee, all these kinds of things. And I don't think that I'm bad at any of those things, but I'm human. So every day is a fresh start, a second chance, a do over. If I forgot something or missed someone's birthday or something like that, I have opportunities to try again to do better. And every day that I wake up, I will remember that. I will count my blessings and I will move forward. So, guys, if there is a second chance or a do over that you have set in mind, tell me about it and I'll be, keeping you in my thoughts, praying for you. I know that can be, difficult to kind of say these things, but I feel like a lot of people have evolved, especially since the pandemic, on this whole idea of mental health, if that's what you want to call it. That's part of it, yeah, but some of it is just being okay, being human, and that's where I am. New start, new year, second chances. Stay safe, guys. Be blessed. Hey, if you like what you see, subscribe to the channel, give it a like, and also leave me a comment. I would love that. Okay, bye.